Hey survivors, this is video number 5. This will be the last one for the Looter Too Late series. We may do kind of a follow-up. Certainly plan to take some pictures, maybe do a little video at camp August 8th through 10th, which is next weekend. But we just want to hit on anything that we've missed so far, kind of a general gear, a couple other things I've added, a couple things that I just missed along the way. One of the first things, and this was an idea my wife had, and then one of the ladies brought it up in one of our classes, but this is craft wire. It's over in, again, arts and crafts section. It's not much different than what I carry in my other bag for snare wire, as far as thickness and strength goes. Comes in all different colors. There's gold, there's copper color, there's silver, and I think there's even one that's kind of a metallic green color, but there's a lot on here. Even if you buy some of this and you want to make some snares, I think it's only $3 or $4, and I've had this spool for probably 6 years, you know, doing odds and ends around the house with it. So a pretty good one to have. Wouldn't hurt to pick up a roll of this. Put a little in your bag for a snare. It's certainly something I think would probably be left behind. I think in the fire video I said that I did not get any candles because I expected candles to be looted early on, especially if it was like a grid failure or something along those lines. I lied. I'm sorry. I did in fact have candles in the bottom of my box here. Got birthday candles. Birthday candles are usually located in at least a couple places, and I grabbed some. They're great for starting fires. Like, again, they're just wax. They don't burn very long. You're not going to get a lot of light out of them if you're trying to light your campsite or light up a room or whatever. They're probably not your first choice, but for starting a fire or something, that's not a bad idea. And again, even if you have to buy them, I don't think they cost $1.29, some crap like that. So not a bad deal. I did take, like I said, these for the Looter Too Late because I don't anticipate them being a high theft item. How many people at that point are going to be thinking, oh yeah, little Johnny's got a birthday coming up, we better grab these. So I grabbed a pack. I grabbed 2 other food items that we didn't discuss before. One is smoked baby clams in a can. Some sort of little pull top can here. Kind of like sardines, a little pull top. I don't know. I'm kind of grabbing at straws for food. I know, I feel that I'm pretty confident that flour and a lot of things will be left behind. Pickles, pig feet, cornmeal, just because people don't know what to do with it. Baby clams, maybe. I don't know. The other one I grabbed, and I'd say at least in the Midwest, I feel pretty confident that this one will get left behind. And that is the octopus in garlic sauce. That's right. My local Walmart here in Iowa has octopus in garlic sauce. And again, in a little pull top can. Nice and easy. I don't need any special tools to open it. And I can't imagine it being looted here, but who knows? I mean, if you're hungry, I guess you'll eat anything, but as far as looting, again, it meets our criteria. It's in a small can. We've discussed this and felt that most people are going to go for larger cans if you're trying to feed your family. You're not thinking about the little packages. So in that it's in a small package, and it's not something that most people are typically going to like or gravitate to, I think there's a fair chance that here in the Midwest, at least, it would get left behind. I don't have anything to store water yet, you know, like a water bottle or anything, so this is an empty mayonnaise jar. This is actually the plastic ones. It's about 30 ounces, and we know 3 drops of bleach in 32 ounces of water is going to purify it. And since I'm using bleach to purify my water, this is perfect. I can put 3 drops of bleach in here. That'll be close enough. That'll get it done. It has a fairly wide mouth on it, so if I want to put food items in there at some point, let's say I make some soup or stew or whatever, and then you want to store it so that you can eat it while you're on the move the next day or whatever, perfect. Nice wide mouth. Again, about 30 ounces. Not bad. Same thing with this one. This is coconut oil. Comes in these. My wife uses coconut oil to make soap. I took one of these for that reason. It's food safe. Again, nice wide mouth. 30 ounces. No problem. Lid goes on tight. Be great for storing water or food. Along the lines of water, I picked up one of these little dropper things. You drop the little flavoring into your water, give it a little bit of something. Since we're using bleach to purify our water, sometimes that'll leave a little bit of a taste behind. This might be just a thing to cover it up, help you get over that taste. And again, because it's not much on its own, I don't picture people taking it. So, taking this one with me. And talking about some of this stuff, Will Crouch at Backyard Outdoors. Will's been making videos for quite a while. He's an excellent outdoorsman. I know Will personally. I knew him before I started Zombie Apocalypse Survival Camp. But he always has good ideas. He suggested some just cans. Take them out of the trash. You could go with bigger ones. If you want to make a hobo stove, you can get bigger, like a number 5 cans. I grabbed these. I've got one that actually has the plastic liner, so it's not going to be safe to set on the fire to cook with, but it'll be fine for drinking out of. The other 2 are unlined, so I can actually put something in them and cook in them if I want. So this would be something you could get out of the trash along the way. If you want to stick to strictly things that the looters are going to leave behind in the store, aluminum pie pans, these little thin pie pans. And you're thinking, well, I can't really cook much in this, but you probably wouldn't want to drink out of it and so forth. But because it's aluminum, it's really can be molded easily. So you can start to make a little bit bigger, higher walled pot, I guess you should say. So you want to, you're going to make soup, you can make it a little deeper, depending on what you're cooking. But they're in this little flat thing. Now we've got something with a little higher wall, so we can actually maybe boil some water in it or put whatever we foraged in there, pour in some water, maybe drop in our octopus or clams, and actually makes us some sort of stew. But these things, I grabbed 2 packages of them. I think it's going to be excellent. And we've already talked about, I'm going to be making hardtack at camp. These will be good for that. Now the other thing I did was I grabbed these 2 little cake pans. Again, these were like $1 a piece at Walmart. So, but with these, and these, I plan to make my own Dutch oven. What I'll probably do is put my hardtack in here. And we'll set this over the top of some coals with a little air gap underneath. Set that there. And then probably what we'll do is put this one on top, put some more coals on top, and we're making kind of a makeshift Dutch oven so that we're not getting a lot of direct heat right on this pan. We've got an air gap there. We've got this on top with coals, so we have an air gap there. We've made an oven. Doesn't have to be fancy to get the job done. And like I said, it's going to work well with these. The two are going to work in conjunction. Again, I think for making hardtack, we're going to be able to make kind of a makeshift oven, and it ought to work just fine. Again, it's all light. Doesn't take up much room. It's not going to be a lot of weight. They're all stackable. And that's the other thing you'll notice about my cans I got. They all fit inside each other. I didn't just pick 3 at random, guys. I picked cans that I knew I could nest like that. Anytime we can kind of nest things, get them all to stack together or whatever, that's a win-win, guys. You got to eat with something. In most cases, you're going to want at least a knife and a spoon, fork and a spoon rather. Of course, I grabbed these out of my camp supplies, but again, I think looters are going to be taking knives and forks and spoons and silverware. Now, open a package, take what you need, walk out, man. Nothing to it. I don't go anywhere without a knife, at least one, sometimes 3 or 4, but for the purposes of this video, I want to basically play it as if I had nothing. So, with that in mind, I'm going to be taking just 3 very common house knives. I think this is a bread knife, actually. Of course, that's just a pretty generic chef's knife, and let me tell you, these things are cheap. They've been around my house for ages. The only thing I might do is put some cardboard on here and some duct tape, make a sheath for them, just so I don't tear stuff up in my bag. But this is what I'm going to use for the weekend, guys. Doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to work, right? But again, I don't think the knives and housewares are going to be high theft items for looters. I think you're going to see them going straight to sporting goods and taking the knives that are in sporting goods, the hunting knives and that sort of thing. I don't picture the housewares knives being high theft items. I also grabbed gallon freezer bags. I like the big ones. I'll be putting clothes, socks, stuff like that in there, but again, I don't think other people are going to take them. The thing I didn't grab, and I probably should have, was some trash bags. I mean, you guys probably already know how useful a trash bag can be. I mean, but this would be a good find. Like I said, I'm going to put my spare socks, my clean clothes and stuff in it. Probably my food items, like my hardtack and different things. Be great for storing in here. Flashlights. Again, if we're talking about a grid failure being the issue, again, I think the flashlights are probably going to go pretty quick. But you're probably going to want some kind of light. And like I said, those little candles aren't going to do much for you. But what about a yard light? This one's 97 cents at Walmart. They make some more that are like $3 and $4. By the way, if you go to the $3 and $4 ones, $4 and $5, whatever they are, take them apart, you'll find at least 1 and sometimes 2 rechargeable AA batteries. You can use that to your advantage. You can take those batteries out, put them in your little mini mag flashlight that a lot of guys carry. When they start to get dim, you put them back in here, you set them out in the sun, let it go. Charges them back up. And you don't have to carry the whole thing. All you're going to do is carry this part from here to here. For us, I'm going to go ahead and take the whole thing. I like the little spiky thing here. I can stick it to the ground if I need to. I also like the little tube end here. Makes a nice little straw if I needed it for whatever. Now the difference between the 97-cent light and the $3, $4, $5 light is a sensor. The more expensive ones have a little sensor that says, hey, it's daylight, and turns off the LED lights. For 97 cents, you don't get a sensor. It comes with a little piece of wire or a little piece of paper sticking out. And once you pull that piece of paper, the light comes on. It just stays on until the batteries are done. It'll charge back up the next day, and it'll just go again until it's done. But anyway, you get a sensor or you don't get a sensor. For 97 cents, you don't get a sensor. This is going to be my flashlight for the weekend. I've actually tested this out around the house. Take this off. This little hole right here, it'll shine. And I can find my way around the house with it without any problem. So I think it'll probably be fine for what we're doing. In most cases, you're not going to be moving around a lot at night. If you are trying to move at night, you're probably trying to do it without being seen. You don't want the flashlight anyway. So, again, simple stuff, man. For $1, probably wouldn't hurt to buy one of these, put it in your bug out bag. When you need a light, you just pull that little paper out of there, and voila, you got some. My whole family will be getting these shortly. And if you're sleeping on the ground, you know, you're more likely to get cold, I think. So you want plenty, make sure you're putting plenty of debris, I guess they like to call it, but leaves, green branches, things down that are kind of elevating you off the ground, just give you something to insulate you between you and that cold ground. Even when it's hot out, that ground will be chilly enough. It'll sap a lot of your heat and a lot of your energy. Your body's going to burn extra calories trying to stay warm. So I looked around Walmart. I didn't find anything that I was really happy with until I went over again to the cloth section. They have all that fabric on bolts. So rather than buy a bunch of fabric, again, I went through my wife's stash and I came up with everything from fleece, a couple different kinds of fleece. That's a nice heavier piece of cotton. Same thing here. This is a nice piece of like cotton, polyester. But that's what I'm going to sleep with. You know, if I was a late looter, I'd go right for the fleece and just tear off a bolt of fleece or just grab a whole damn bolt of it. Who cares? Take it all. It's not that heavy and it's on a little cardboard roller. It doesn't weigh much. My wife had a good idea. She says, what about fuzzy bathrobes? Walmart's always got them hanging up year-round. I'm like, it never occurred to me, man. What a good idea. Fuzzy bathrobe. Grab that thing, put it on. You got an extra layer of warmth. You know, if it's warm outside and you just want to throw something over you at night, fuzzy bathrobe, man. I might grab 2 or 3 of those now that I think about it. But you've got some options there if you're willing to think outside the box, guys. Anyway, all the things I've shown you in all 5 of these videos, I'll be taking with me. That's what I'm going to use. I am going to make my backpack out of an old pair of cargo pants I got from Adam Bradbury at Roughing It Survivors. So I'm going to be taking these things. I'm going to make the backpack. I'll probably do one more video just to prove to you guys that everything will fit into that backpack. The only other item I'm taking is my cold steel blowgun, just because I want a chance to test it out. The thing I really liked about it was this little grip up here, and it comes with a little cap, a removable cap over the end, so it's solid. You pull that off when you want to use it. So it's basically a walking stick as well. You put that on there, you don't have to worry about it plugging up the end. Your little ammo's ready. I'm kind of impressed with these things. I don't think I own any cold steel knives. I like them. I just don't personally own any. But I've been kind of pleased with it. I've talked to guys that have shot squirrels, rabbits, raccoons, birds, you name it. So any kind of small game could be taken with one of these. We're going to find out. If I get a chance, I may sneak off next weekend and see if I can put something in my pot besides octopus and pig's knuckles. So anyway, guys, get out there, spend some time outdoors. Spend some time at your local grocery store, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever. I don't care. Figure out, man, what do you think is going to get left behind? Make your own videos. Do a small segment on each of my videos. And mention Zombie Apocalypse Survival Camp. We'll put you in the running for a 4-foot version of this with all the cool little ammo and everything for it. And you'll want to contact us at our Facebook page and let us know, hey man, I made some videos based on your Loot or Too Late series, and we'll check them out, and we'll be picking a winner. You've got until September 1st. I think today is August 2nd. You've got until September 1st to get your videos up and let us know they're up so that I can go through them with a couple other staff members, and we'll pick a winner. I think right now we've got about 4 people in on it. It's only about a $40 blowgun, so you guys decide you want to get in on this, have a little fun, learn a little something, and walk away with a cold steel blowgun. Now's your chance. I'll ship it to you for free. Don't worry about that. It doesn't cost you nothing out of pocket. Just make your videos, help everybody learn a little bit, share what you've learned, okay? All right, survivors, have fun, learn, pay attention. Make sure you get out alive, guys. Make sure your family's taken care of. Make sure everybody's safe. Have a good one.